Let's start with a training camp report because Solana said that Mike McDaniel did speak with the media today, and he's got a couple of the reports of what happened there. So training camp reports on WQAM are sponsored by Miami-Dade County Public Schools Technical Colleges. MDCPS Technical Colleges offer over 60 affordable accredited programs, day or evening, hands-on training aligned with local employers. Call 305-558-8000 or visit careerinayear.com and launch your future today. Did he say anything of note, Solandria?
Yeah, several things of note. He was pressed a little bit regarding the cornerback situation, by the way, and he gave like a very long answer regarding the cornerback situation. I'll get to that in just a second, but he was asked obviously about Matthew Judon and his free agent visit today. He says it has nothing to do with an injury at outside linebacker, that this has nothing to do with any other injury on the Dolphins, which is good news. And he said, quote, "We are visiting for the sake of seeing if there's a situation that both parties would be able to come into an agreement of, hey, this is a situation that fits."
Okay. I'm down with that. Like I said, you can get a guy as talented as Judon. Like, why wouldn't you explore it?
Why not? Don't give him a whole bunch of money. Don't give him those 6 years. He's old, but if he can help out in third down, it'd be lovely.
Yeah, I love bringing in aging vets. I mean, what could go wrong?
Our young dudes,
but he's still been productive, though. No.
Yeah. Well, he had 5.5 sacks last year.
We read the stats last year. He was ranked like second worst edge rusher or outside linebacker last year by PFF. That doesn't mean that he was the second worst. It's just what he was rated. He since 2022, after leaving New England, he just hasn't really been the same in terms of production. He just hasn't. Doesn't mean he can't have a bounce back year, bro. Calais Campbell had one of his best seasons last year.
You had the same take on him.
I had the exact same take. Actually, it was probably worse. I ripped
1,000 times worse.
Calais Campbell. Devon Achane, he has the calf injury, won't practice this week. They're going to be cautious.
Okay.
Zach Sieler, he's dealing with an injury. I still don't know what the injury is, but McDaniel said he expects Sieler back at practice this week, so it's not that serious.
I know what it is. Affluenza. That boy just got $30 million. Yeah, I think I'm going to take a couple weeks off, Cole.
He got more than that, didn't he?
I think 30. It was 30 guaranteed, wasn't
30
it? Something like
guaranteed.
that.
Yeah. He got paid. My guy Ethan Bonner, he came up limping, holding his hamstring. He has a hamstring injury. Will be out a few weeks.
I saw Firona's tweet that McDaniel said Darren Waller might practice this week.
Quote, "I'm expecting to see him sooner than later."
All right.
We need something there. Tanner Connor, God bless him, but we need a threat at tight end.
Julian Hill.
Julian Hill did not play the other day. On Saturday.
I didn't even notice that.
Didn't play. What does that tell you? He's
didn't have any drops. Didn't jump off sides.
They had to go on first sound because he jumped off sides any other snap count.
He's a starter, fellas. So jump on the Julian Hill army because he's a starter.
Touchdown machine, they call him, right?
Mm-hmm. And
penalty machine.
He said he's confident Austin Jackson will be back for the opener versus Indy, which, by the way, we are 20 days away from Dolphins football. Officially 20 days away.
How about that?
And
Browns,
then,
by the way, have named their Week 1 starter, Joe Flacco.
Yes.
Who's their backup?
Did they announce it? I don't know.
Nah, I don't think they have.
They won't. They tried. Because you saw Dylan Gabriel said.
Yeah. Although that was out of context, he said.
But it's just, it's you don't want your backup quarterback situation to be that. Like, they're not even talking about Joe Flacco. They're talking about Shador versus Dylan Gabriel. Yep. It's just the Browns made a mistake with this one.
Brought it on themselves. Yep, 100%.
You think they want another guy? We can trade him, Zach Wilson.
I would take Dylan Gabriel or Shador.
What Shador?
Who's the fourth guy?
Pickett.
Kenny
Pickett.
I'll take him too.
Let's bring them all in.
And then finally, I'm just reading from the Herald. Asked if the Dolphins may add a veteran quarterback, McDaniel is non-committal. Inherent in our job responsibilities is that we consider everything. There's a possibility we could add somebody. There's a possibility better players could already be on our roster. And then Barry Jackson writes, pressed about what the Dolphins see in their cornerbacks that others might not see. McDaniel spoke of their, quote, detailed commitment to technique and fundamentals and spoke for several minutes. And then it's the whole paragraph. But this, to me, seems like last year's offensive line, where everybody was saying, hey, this offensive line needs something. There should be better players on this offensive line. And then they're like, no, it's great. Trust me. We see something you don't. And then it was very apparent after week 2 that the offensive line was terrible. That's what the
I think I'm
kind of
okay with Storm Duck. I think I'm kind of okay with Storm.
Say they were making plays, but you okay with Storm for 17 games being the number one covering the top receiver?
I'm okay with him as a cornerback. And I don't think you're going to be able to get a number one better than him now. So unless you're like giving up the farm, but you wouldn't do that unless you thought you were a cornerback away from being a Super Bowl competitor. So they're kind of stuck here. Like, okay, they'll go out and get someone, but if they go out and get someone, it's going to be a Matthew Judon type, someone who's declining in their performance. So I don't know what people want, but I don't know. I think who they want is not attainable unless you're you're not mortgaging your future or giving up real talent to get a cornerback. It wouldn't make any sense. I don't know. I don't see what the options are.
Hunk, it would be a 34-year-old Stephon Gilmore. Right. That's what he's the free agent. He's the top. I'm looking at the list now. He's the top free agent corner right now. He's 34 years old. Same thing we're talking about with Calais Campbell. Same thing with Matthew Judon.
They're
involved. Go get an old dude.
Hope that he's got a great season left in him.
24-year-old Pro Bowlers are not on the market anymore.
No, but they could trade. They could trade a 5th round, a 6th round pick to another team that maybe feels like they can move on from a veteran corner that maybe isn't going to get that much playing time over there, and the Dolphins could use him. But bro, like, I'm cool with saying I like Storm Duck. That's fine. But let's be honest, man. Like, I don't think Storm Duck is starting as the number one cornerback on any other team in the NFL.
Agreed.
That's not an indictment on him. I'm just saying I don't think he is.
No,
and then you're banking on Mike Hilton. I don't know.
I'm not saying I'm good with the cornerbacks. I'm saying out of all of them, I'm good with Storm Duck. Like I feel like they have an NFL caliber player in Storm Duck. Who was the guy that Amon-Ra St. Brown was just eating alive in those joint practices?
Jack Jones.
Jack Jones. I felt bad for that guy.
I felt bad for him too. I was actually there at that joint practice, and about the 4th time that Amon-Ra St. Brown walked up, I said, Jack, please don't walk out there. Yeah. I'm saying to myself, please do not walk on this field. And he jumped his little happy ass out there and got another touchdown caught on him.
Because the Lions had posted a montage of Amon-Ra St. Brown from that first practice. And holy hell, is Jones wear 23? Is it 23 for the Dolphins?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. It was torturous watching it.
And the sad thing was Amon-Ra St. Brown, long name. He lets you know when he does good stuff. And he was lighting Jack's ass up. It was bad. It really was bad.
All right, let's do headlines here quickly for the 4:00 hour with Alejandro Solana, brought to you by Doral Kia. Choose from over 500 new Kias in inventory like the Sportage, Sorento, and Telluride. Remember, when it comes to Kia, the great deals are at Doral Kia.
Storm Duck, just Pittman week 1, Stephon Diggs week 2, Garrett Wilson. He got it, man. Drake London. He's gonna walk up. Zay Flowers. He's walking up against the best receivers in the world every week.
Yeah,
I don't like it. I don't like it.
No, get pressure on the QB.
They better send 8.
Bring 8.
Do we need DBs? Like, can we just have 11 pass rushers?
I was gonna say, okay, bring 11, bring 10, and leave a safety out there.
Bring the house. Minka, go make a tackle, Minka.
Want to get creative, Coach McDaniel, Mr. Cutesy guy.
That would be so funny, like Minka, and then 10 pass rushers. Just go get the that's Crowder's defense when he was a defensive coordinator at university.
It was the closest thing you can get to it. Cover 0, man to man. Are you better than us?
The only other thing that we haven't really talked about from the preseason game was how it finished. That guy, Ethan Robinson, I don't know if any of you were still watching at that point, but the interception.
Heck of an INT.
Yeah, bro. The interception that he caught was insane. Also, Tua's comments regarding Tyreek Hill. We haven't talked about that.
It was really wild to me. So Mike Cugno had Tua on the sideline on the CBS 4 broadcast. And Cugno asked him, it was a very innocuous question, how's the relationship with Tyreek? And Tua's answer was along the lines of, well, he and I have very different personalities, so it's a work in progress. I came away with it as Tua hates this guy. I mean, it was really odd. I thought the answer, well, I shouldn't say odd. I thought the answer was very telling in the fact that he doesn't jibe with Tyreek. Like they're not boys. They don't have much of a relationship, and that's okay. Don't bother me.
My take on it is that you're not going to like everybody. I hated teammates, either just personality, differences. Like it's life.
You just didn't hang. You don't hang with everyone.
No, you don't get in the locker room and now you're all on the same page. It could be anything. It could be upbringing. It could be political. Jay Feely is a super Republican. Yep. When it was an election, like we would argue all the time in the locker room. Not that I disliked him. We just had different thoughts on life. My thing is, why the hell would Tua make this a thing? He could have answered this question like everybody else does. Hey, what do you think you and Tyreek's relationship? Tyreek, that's my boy. We're good to go. We played together for years. Boom. We don't even talk about it. Why is he going overboard to make us know that they're not?
That's why I found it so strange.
Because he's being honest, and I like it. I like that he's being honest. Genuinely,
I like it too. But you don't have you're causing undue media attention when you can just say, yeah, I love all my guys out here. Yeah. Everybody's good. We're excited to get going in week 1, and you don't have to say he's my best friend.
No, he didn't have to. But guess what? Tyreek Hill quit on this team. I think inside the locker room, Tua especially, who's a leader in that locker room, he's a captain, they're genuinely hurt by that. And I think when Tua came out day 1 of training camp and he said that Tyreek has some work to do, I think he meant it. And I think he's standing by that statement privately, behind closed doors, and publicly, which is why I commend Tua. It reminds me of Chris Bosh. This was a story with Chris Bosh in the Big Three, when Bosh one year was like, yeah, I mean, sometimes Braun and Wade are over there together and I'm over here. Like, what? Okay, so what? Doesn't mean that we're on the outs. It doesn't mean Tua and Tyreek can't coexist on a football field. But hey, if Tyreek wants to be a leader, captain, he's still got to put in more work. And he told us flat out, truthfully. I liked it, man.
I think also Tua is saying, hey, if you want to be a team leader, you kind of got to go through me now. And I'm not there yet.
Right.
I guess no. I appreciate honesty, if that's what you're getting at. What's the point of it? That's not going to help the team. That's not helping them. To the side, to take Tyreek to the side and say, Reek, these dudes really last year put a bad taste in their mouth the last game of the season. For you to be on that pedestal that you were before that, you really need to reach out, take the guys out, talk to some of the different leaders so they can trust you again. To the media to say, we're working on it. Like it's not beneficial at all to the ultimate goal of winning games. That's why I don't see the angle of it.
Well, the Dolphins are going to play the Jaguars, and they have a joint practice on Thursday. We're all very much looking forward to. Yeah.